Have you ever heard of a love story so shocking, so heartbreaking, yet so full of divine purpose that it shook an entire nation? This is not just a tale of betrayal and forgiveness, it is the story of the prophet Hosea and his wife, a union that mirrored the relationship between God and his people. Stay with me, because what unfolds here will challenge everything you thought you knew about love, faithfulness, and redemption. Before marriage, Hosea was a prophet chosen by God during a turbulent time in Israel's history. The people had abandoned the Lord, turning to idols, corruption, and unfaithfulness. Hosea was known for his purity, his devotion, and his mission to call the nation back to repentance. But then God asked him to do something unthinkable: marry a woman who would not remain faithful to him. This was not about personal happiness, but about living out a living parable. Hosea's marriage would become a mirror of God's relationship with Israel. Hosea's wife, Gomer, came from a completely different world. Before marriage, she lived a reckless life, one of indulgence and immorality. She was drawn to fleeting pleasures, relationships without commitment, and the allure of false security. She was the kind of woman many would reject as unsuitable for a man of God. Yet God had a plan: to take the brokenness of her past and turn it into a message for the entire nation. When Hosea married Gomer, it seemed like a union of opposites, the holy prophet and the wandering woman. At first, their marriage may have carried hope. They even had children together, each child's name symbolizing Israel's spiritual state. But soon Gomer's old ways resurfaced. She abandoned her husband, chasing after other lovers, leaving Hosea humiliated and heartbroken. Imagine the pain, being a faithful prophet only to come home and find the one you love gone again and again. Hosea's personal heartbreak became a living sermon for Israel, showing them how they had treated God, turning their backs on him for idols and empty promises. But here is where the story turns. When Gomer had fallen so low that her lovers discarded her and she was sold into slavery, Hosea did something shocking. Instead of leaving her to her fate, he went to the marketplace, paid the price, and bought her back. He looked at his unfaithful wife and said, "You are mine. I will love you again." This was not weakness, this was a reflection of God's relentless love for his people. Just as Hosea redeemed Gomer, God was saying to Israel, "Though you have betrayed me, I will not abandon you. I will buy you back with my love." The story of Hosea and his wife is not just ancient history. It is a mirror for us. How many times do we, like Gomer, run after temporary pleasures, forgetting the one who truly loves us? And yet God, like Hosea, comes to redeem us no matter how far we've wandered. This story teaches us that true love is not about convenience, but about covenant. It shows us that God's love is not conditional, but relentless. And it challenges us. Are we faithful to the one who never gives up on us? Hosea's marriage was more than a relationship. It was a prophecy, a living parable of God's heart. But did you know that the names of Hosea's children carried hidden meanings about the fate of Israel and the promise of restoration? In my next video, I'll uncover the mystery behind those names and what they reveal about God's plan for his people. You don't want to miss it.